Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your 11/11 portal reading. Welcome to this special edition reading. As always, we'll be looking at the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine collective. However, today we'll have more specific questions that are pertinent to this powerful portal that is going to be happening just a few hours away from when I'm recording and publishing this. I am in a little bit different space today. It's not my favorite lighting, but I do appreciate the interior design and actually the fact that you can see the table. So let's see how it works out. You know that I'm staying at a different place right now, so I'm kind of experimenting with different locations. So as a reminder, I think even those twin flames who don't follow any kind of energetic portals and don't follow astrology, they all know about 11/11 portal. This is the ultimate 11/11. Like you have that angel number, you have that synchronicity number. That's like the message that your higher power, your guides are trying to tell you something. And we see 11/11 on the clock, we see it somewhere in numbers, and we immediately think of something angelic, something very much from the higher power, right? So, and this is that ultimate, plus 11/11 is considered, because it's like the Four of Wands card, it's considered the union concept of the twin flames. So today we're going to see how are we actually getting closer to union, specifically how this portal helping us. And I would just say that generally speaking, it's very much about manifesting what you want into your life, whether it's your divine counterpart or any other aspects of your life. So this is giving you the energy, the potency of this portal, of this day, is giving you that opportunity, right, to bring it faster, to bring it with more ease. And we're already in that energy as we speak, and it will still stay for a couple of days even after 11/11. So with all that said, let's see. First of all, we will start with an oracle deck as always, then just with the 11/11 portal in mind, right? Like that's the current energy, that's what we're interested in, what's happening right now. Oracle cards usually give more of the advice, and then we'll go into tarot and we'll take a look at what's happening with the feminine and the masculine collectives. I would just say we'll formulate it in a way that is like, what is the highest potential right now for the feminines, for the masculines? Like, what is the highest timeline, right? What can we achieve during this time? A lot of times during gateways we can jump timelines more easily, so keep that in mind too if this is something you're interested in. For those who don't know what it is, you can look it up. I don't want to make this too long of a reading, so I'm not going to go into that, but we definitely have a free will in terms of shifting timelines on our path. And then what else? The second question is going to be what are the twins thinking about each other at this time, at this point of time and space. I wanted to do that in the last reading. I didn't get to it, so we'll get to it today. So what are the twins thinking towards each other? And then the third question is going to be really about action towards union, right? Like what can we do at this time to bring the union closer? So this card is going to be more about general advice. What do we need to pay attention to? May or may not be related to union, right? Because we know that it's more like attracting your person, right? It's more like becoming ready so that then you are in the union vibration and you guys are ready for union. So any topic that may come up for you today that will resonate in a certain way, even if it's not directly related to your twin flame journey, is going to be impacted. The change in that part, in that area, is going to be impacting your life in general, and that will include your twin flame journey. Feminines, your card is the Dragon Slayer. It's not the Slayer, but Layer. I don't really remember what this one is about. I wasn't gonna use the book, I promise you, but I'm just gonna take a look because I don't remember this one. You're always protected and divinely directed. Yeah, it's kind of on the nose, right? Especially for this portal. You have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. You are about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path you're on now is one that will challenge you to the core. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating, like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there's greater value in risk-taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered. Beautiful. This is I just realized that the fact that I was holding it might not have done much, considering the distance. But yeah, I could have moved you guys closer, like really close, and you would see me better, my face. But you've seen my face so many times, right? And this isn't the best lighting anyway for that. But I decided to use this opportunity so you can see the table and the cards. Oh, we got 2 cards for the Divine Masculine. We'll take them. Number 14 and number 1. Ride the Wave and the Bone Collector. Yeah, so 2 big topics here. First of all, about being with the flow and using the momentum, right? Because when the inspiration comes, when you get some creative ideas, when you get an opportunity to connect with someone important, that's when you're supposed to take it. Timing is important. And of course, we can say if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But we don't know when the next cycle is going to happen, right? And again, this could just be the matter of you not being able to jump to a higher timeline at this point, right? Staying where you are or going into a different direction, right? So you might actually get into that point somewhere in your life, but we don't know when and how it's going to happen, right? When will the next opportunity be? So of course, at the end of the day, it's up to you, but this is the time not to waste time. And Bone Collector is reminding you about the ancestors that are there to help you. They have already provided you a lot of their heritage, the positive and the negative, the strengths and the fears, and they've empowered you. So if you feel a little bit like it's too much for you to take on right now, whatever that is, then know that the ancestors are on your side at this moment, and they are standing by you and they are supporting you. Okay, let's go into tarot. Today I'm going to be using this Elena deck. I'll take this one. So we'll have 3 questions. These are the main cards. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, it is very much, again, about, actually saw this in a different reading today. A little bit different topic, but essentially the point is we're still about the relevant energies. The point is that in order to bring union with another person closer, you're supposed to first and foremost look within. 9 of Pentacles is you. Who you are, sorry about that. Who you are and where your happiness lies. Let me get the clarifiers. Maybe voices sometimes because it's not a perfectly private place. So I apologize in advance, but I'll try not to make this too long, so bear with me. The 2 of Swords, yeah. Sometimes choosing ourselves isn't as easy as it sounds. Like, it's not necessarily simple, we talk about it a lot in the spiritual community, right? And it seems like, oh yeah, of course. And it's so obvious, right? Like, of course I'm choosing myself. Of course I'm taking care of myself. But a lot of times it comes down to certain choices in life to where, and we face those every day, by the way. And those can be little scale, it could be large scale. And I feel like for the large scale, we at least recognize what the options are and more consciously making a choice towards ourselves or towards something or someone else. But meaning whether you're choosing something that's good for you or that's good for some kind of external circumstance, but not really for you. But when it comes to smaller scale, we may not be as diligent with checking ourselves on that, with being honest, with being accountable to ourselves for what we choose and why. And this is just as important. Your day-to-day habits, your nutrition, your sleep schedule, the way you spend your free time. How do you decide where you want to go travel next? And I mean, that's already a pretty big scale, but you know what I mean. Like, it may not necessarily strike you as the question where you are deciding between yourself, choosing yourself and not choosing yourself, but it may be depending on the choice you're making. And that's where that self-love and self-care is. Okay, so the first question, let's get into it. The first question that we're asking today is, what is the best timeline that we can get to? What is our highest potential at this time? What to aspire to? The Hangman and the Lovers. Yes, seeing what the union is all about, right? Seeing what true love is all about. And not just seeing it like reading a book or seeing it in a movie, but seeing it firsthand, right? And it could be that it would be with people that you know. But I'm hearing that for most people, it will be really seeing what it would be like for you and whoever else you have on your mind, or even without a specific person, right? So this is seeing it clearly. This is almost like having a lucid dream, having a vision where you have all the details. You know what the room looks like, what the colors are, what the smells are. That's how much detail you have of it. And it's important to be able to get yourself into that space, right? Maybe you need to change perspective, or maybe a new perspective will be shown to you. If at this point you come across a new way of reaching to your subconscious or of getting new insights, and it could be as simple as networking with new group of people, and you may not think about it, like, oh, I'll get more clarity on my twin flame journey, right? But that's what it's gonna be. So if something like that comes up, both of these are major arcana. So the divine is showing you the way, the vision, the information. This is important. It's important to take that because that's gonna propel you to that highest timeline. For masculines, we see Knight of Cups clarified by King of Wands. So this is just a position of the feminine watery energy and the masculine fiery energy. So for the masculines, if anything, it's this in the matter of love, again, this is understanding how both of those aspects work. And when it comes to fire and passion and masculine energy, it's more about what it's like, the practical approach to it, right? Not just like I'm feeling, I don't know, I feel physically attracted to you, right? I'm really passionate and enthusiastic about what stands in front of us, the future that we'll have, right? But this is like, okay, so how do you practically realize that then? What does it mean to you in terms of next steps you're taking in life? And then with the Knight of Cups here, it's not just feeling, right? It's not just like doing something with it in your head and like, yeah, I have feelings for that person and I acknowledge that. That's good for you. Knight of Cups is about expressing that to your person. And some of you may be saying, but of course I express it to my person, to people I love. But if I ask those other people, will they say the same? Do you make sure that the way you communicate your love actually gets the message across? And that's the same message that they're hearing on their end. And this is not, it's not about guilt and shame. This is more about understanding that, first of all of us, we give and receive love differently. We know that. Different attachment styles, love languages, whatsoever. Second of all, we are learning on this path of how to be sincere, how to be authentic with this expression of love. And if you haven't really done your homework, if you haven't done your inner work, your learning also on what healthy looks like, there's a good chance that you're just subconsciously following the patterns of how, for example, your parents have expressed their love to you, or haven't, right? Or another figure of authority, or an ex, girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, you know? So make sure that you're not just running the program subconsciously, that you're actually consciously expressing those feelings, and that the real person gets the message, that you have that confirmation from them somehow, that they know that they understand, that they see it exactly the way you intended it. The second question was, what are the twins thinking towards each other right now? So feminine towards masculine. Have Four of Cups, Four of Pentacles. Fours generally are good energy, and I mean 1111 is a 4 if anything, right? Numerologically. It's about building a foundation. These two, on the other hand, like the Pentacles and the Cups, aren't the greatest, right? It's about like making an attempt to find stability. But this card, this energy finds stability in staying as is. Just basically, and it becomes boring, and it becomes stale. This energy, Four of Pentacles, is trying to build stability by like keeping things close, right? Like, okay, I need to have my backup plan. I need to save something for the rainy day. I need to make sure that I have enough so I feel safe, even if everyone around lets me down, right? Or there is a worldwide flood or something tomorrow. I need to be ready, right? So it's lack of trust. So I would say that the feminine right now is in a place where they understand that they can really rely on divine masculine, right? And it's not even about giving up, but it's more so that there is no vague expectation or no expectation that the masculine will show up and saves the day and will say the right things and it will be done, right? It's more like, okay, I need to take care of myself. And there is a good intention here, for sure. It's just that since we're talking about thoughts towards, the thoughts right now aren't very kind and warm, let's put it that way. And not meaning that, that the feminines somehow have masculines on bad terms, but it's more like, okay, right now I need to fend for myself and I need to take care of myself. I can't really rely on the masculine to come through. So, I need to take steps to be ready. What are masculines thinking towards the feminines right now? Ace of Cups clarified by the Fool. Yeah, they know that this love is going to mean a whole new chapter in their life. Something that they've never seen before. And that's both exciting and scary. And it's very scary. So it's like they know the promise is this big love and they want it. That's the thought that they have. They want this love with you, Divine Feminine, right? But it takes a lot of faith and courage for them to step into the unknown. And there is some struggle with it. And I would just say for the masculines watching, if you use the momentum, if you don't push it away, then this will be a lot easier. Because you will, there's a difference between riding the wave and jumping from the cliff, the idea of it. So both of them are about the unknown, because with the wave you also don't really know what the next second is gonna bring in. But it's a lot more exciting that way, right? It's a lot more of a positive outlook. So you can use this momentum. Okay, and the last one is action towards union. What action is going to bring feminines towards union? Judgment clarified by Five of Swords. So yeah, this is being very honest, like blatantly honest about what's going on right now, right? About listening to the advice from the higher power, from the guides, and seeing it for what it is, not making it like a life is unfair kind of paradigm, not thinking that you've been lied to, or you had this hope, you put all your eggs in one basket and now it's over, right? It just means that there wasn't an authentic, aligned goal for you, or aligned path. It wasn't divinely aligned. That's all it is. So accepting the divine guidance at this time is important, so that you can tell where is aligned path and where things that have come up karmically. Masculines, what is the action towards union? Nine of Swords clarified by the Tower. Yeah, so we kind of could see with the previous cards that there is a conversation that needs to happen. That's one of those leaps of faith that the masculine needs to take and start talking. With the Tower card, of course, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna be very smooth. And what I get for the masculines here, and that's part of the reason why they actually feel fear before having that conversation. And for a lot of them, it will be with the feminines. For some, it may be with somebody else actually. But they know deep down that there are things that they don't know. They know that they don't know, and that will come up as something that will shock them, that will get them out of their comfort zone. It's like something that you can't unhear. You cannot pretend that you don't know that. And that's coming up as a Tower moment, right? It's going to be a shocking revelation, something that they didn't know. And I'm hearing for a lot, it's going to be a scenario kind of like where masculines maybe thought that everything was going well, or that they were showing themselves from, the good, the kind place. But the feminine, or whoever is on the other side, didn't see it that way. And that will be that shocking revelation, that it's part of what I was talking about at the beginning, If you have been expressing your love, did you make sure that the other person sees it that way? That's the question. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you very much for joining me today, guys. I wish you all the best on this 11/11 portal. I really hope that it's gonna go well for you, that you will use it towards your happiness and abundance. And I'll talk to you all again very, very soon. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel, please, if you like what I'm doing.